Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Audrey. I am currently getting ready to run some errands with my mom. I think we're gonna run to the grocery store, maybe go shopping a little bit. Who knows, but I thought I could film and get ready with me. It might just end up being my makeup because it's so hot outside, there's no point in doing my hair because as soon as I step out, it'll just fall. But I just washed it, so I think I'm just gonna let it air dry. I haven't done my skincare yet, so I thought I could show y'all what I'm going to use. First, I'm going to spray in my face with this Avène thermal water just to kind of get it damp. And then while my face is still wet, I go in with this, I don't know if it's Vichy, I don't know, Mineral 89. It's hyaluronic serum. I really like this stuff, and I feel like it helps my makeup just look very moisturized. I'll kind of put this all over and my neck as well. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Vanna Cream Daily Facial Moisturizer. Like the tiniest amount, like that much. Just because my face gets really oily and I'm probably going to sweat to death outside. And now we can do my makeup. Okay, I have about 25 minutes to get ready, which is plenty of time because I'm just doing my makeup. I have both my windows open, so hopefully the lighting is as natural as possible. But let's get started. So first, I'm going to go in with my sunscreen and then these Drunk Elephant bronzing drops. I use the Elta MD. It's the clear one. I really like this, and then I combine it with this. I've been using this for a really long time. Some people don't like these drops because they can be splotchy or orange. I've not had that issue, or if I am orange, I just am lying to myself. But I'm still going to use them. So I just mix these two together as my base. Especially in the summer when it's so hot out, I don't really try to wear anything too heavy because it'll fall right off. I kind of shake this up a little bit, and then with my sunscreen and then this, just kind of mix them together. The more you use, the darker or like more bronze it'll be. So I try not to use too much just because I am so fair. If I like hold up my arm next to my face, it looks like two different people. But I'll just rub this in my face. I mean, it does look orange, but it's gonna blend. They also have a rosy one. My mom uses that one, and she really likes it. But I think it's more for blush, but I guess you could mix them all. And I make sure to really rub it into my hairline so it doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask. And my eyebrows as well, and my ears, just so it's all blended. Just kind of like how you would put foundation on. And then whatever's left on my hands, I just rub on the back of my hands because it's SPF, so it's good to rub on there. All right, now that my base is done, I'm going to do my eyebrows so that they can dry while I do my concealer. This is the CoverGirl Professional Natural Lash. It's basically clear mascara, but I use this on my eyebrows. I've used it on my eyelashes as well, and I really like it. It doesn't have a really strong scent, so if you have sensitive skin or sensitive eyes, it hasn't irritated mine, so that's why I like using it. I've tried like Benefit, Anastasia, all those expensive brands, and this one just works just as well. I think the eyebrows are good enough. We're just gonna let them be. And then while those are drying, I'm gonna do my concealer. So this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use shade Light 2 Vanilla. I've been using this for years and it works amazing for everything. I also have their pot concealer in Avocado Light 1.25. It's like their soft matte concealer. If you have really like big pimples or red spots on your skin, this is really good for spot concealing. Like I have these pop blood vessels on my forehead and this covers them in like seconds. So we'll definitely be using that today. I'm gonna go in with this. It's almost out, so I'm scraping the last bits out. But around my nose, because I have some redness there, and then on my nose as well. And then any spots that just need some covering, I'm just gonna slap it on there. And then I use this under my eyes as well. Alright, on the spots on my forehead and kind of anywhere I have a blemish or a dark spot, I just let it sit for a little bit so it doesn't blend away right when I use my brush. But for under my eyes and around my nose, I'm going in with this Sephora brush. It's the number 56. It's a foundation brush, but I use it for like everything. It's amazing. I probably need to wash it. I need to wash all my brushes, but we'll do that later. So underneath my eyes, I just kind of pat it until it starts blending. I just try to be really gentle because your eyes are the thinnest skin on your face. And then for my nose, I kind of blend it in towards my nose. I'm trying to provide like the most coverage all towards the center of my face, if that makes sense. It also really helps when you have like a window open or you're in front of your window, because you can see how it looks when you step outside, because nothing's worse than doing your makeup and you step outside and you look insane. So I always try to sit here and do my makeup just so I make sure everything looks how it should look. Okay, and then I'm not going to do powder until I'm finished with my bronzer, because I'm using a cream bronzer and I don't want it to like drag on my face. So this is the Nude Sticks in the shade Bondi Bay. This is my sister's. I stole it. This has gone kind of viral all over the place because of Sophia Richie. She used this at her wedding. I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush. It's number 200. It's the Expert Face Brush. I also need to wash these. But I'm just going to take it like this on my brush. That way I have more control over it, and with this brush I can put it anywhere instead of marking on my face. So kind of in an upwards motion, I'm like pressing it into my skin and my hairline so it's blended, and just blending it up towards my cheeks or my cheekbones, because I don't want it down here or it's going to drag my face down. And then kind of blending it almost into my under eye a little bit, because we're going to put blush on, and then that will kind of make everything blend together. I like this just because it blends really easily. I honestly need to get my own. And then taking some more of this and then going on my forehead and blending that into my hairline as well, especially if you're a blonde or you have highlights. Blending it into your forehead makes a big difference in your hairline, just so it all looks cohesive. And then I kind of bring it down here next to my eyebrow. I don't even know if I would call this contouring. I'm more of just bronzing up my face because I haven't been in the sun. And then anything extra, I kind of drag it along my jawline and my ear so it's all blended, and then I'll do the other side. Hopefully it looks blended on camera. I think it's blended in real life, I don't know. And then any extra, if I need more, I'll dab it in there. I just go like this on my nose just to kind of add some warmth to it. And if I was doing like a glam look or going out or something, I would also go into my eye and kind of go like this so it's blended down into my nose. But I think that looks pretty good. Very natural and bronzed. Now that that's done, I'm kind of going to go in and repat underneath my eyes just a little bit and around my nose, so that when I put my powder on, it still looks good. So I'm using this, what is this even called? The Prism Libre. This powder from Givenchy. It's very fancy and expensive, I know. Maybelline has a really good loose powder if you like that. I used to use that all the time and I ran out, and my sister made me buy this, and it's really good, but it is expensive. But I kind of mix all the colors together. Alright, and then for my powder brush, this is the Morphe M501 brush. I've had this for a long time. I think it's for highlight, but I just kind of take a small brush like this and dust underneath my eyes and then by my nose so it doesn't crease, and then kind of like this so it's in almost like a triangle shape, kind of how I applied the concealer. And then since my skin is really oily, I kind of just go everywhere with this in my T-zone, and it kind of makes your skin glow because there's, I don't think there's glitter in it, but sparkles, I don't know. It's like a highlighting powder. Anywhere I really put concealer, I put this on. And then some of those spots that didn't really get covered all the way, I'm going to go in with this pot concealer. Just taking a little bit on my finger, I go over the same spots, and I'll just kind of let it sit there for a little bit. And then I guess I can do blush now. So I'm going in with these two blushes. This one is Laura Mercier in All That Sparkles. It's a really pretty peachy shimmery blush. And then this is the Dior blush in 001 Pink. It's the Rosy Glow. And then I'm using this Real Techniques brush. It's 400. It is the blush brush. I feel like Real Techniques is like the best drugstore or makeup brush brand you could get at like Ulta or even like a H-E-B or something. But I'm going in with the peach color blush first and just kind of putting it everywhere on my cheeks, kind of towards my eyebrow and my hairline. I use this almost like a blush base, if that makes sense, because it's kind of like a skin tone color, but it has a little more oomph to it, if that makes sense. And it has some shine in it, but I'm going to put it on my nose as well. And my chin and my neck, just kind of everywhere. And then I'm going to go in with the Dior blush, the really bright pink one, and kind of dust the tops of my cheeks. And then I kind of try to blend it into my under eye, just so it's not like concealer, blush, bronzer. It kind of all goes together. And then for highlight, I'm going to use this Dior palette. It's their Face Backstage palette. This is in the first shade. It's the universal one. This you can use for like anything. Blush, bronzer, eyeshadow, highlight, whatever you want. All right here. So I kind of take a mix of these three colors just because this would have to be like a bronzer or a eyeshadow for me. It's a little too dark. But I take these three and go on the bridge of my nose. I don't need too much because that blush had some shimmer in it. So I just go in like this and kind of circle along my cheekbones like that. And then do a little bit more and do the same thing on this side. And a little bit on top of my lip. And now I'm going to blend these out because they've kind of been sitting there for a little bit. And then whatever powder I have left in here, I'm just going to go on here and almost bake the spots, if that makes sense. But just put a little bit more here so my face looks kind of matte in the places that I don't want it to be shiny. And then I'm going to do some fake freckles. So I love using these freckle pens from Amazon. This is the Hyundai in 01. And I just do a few little dots. I already have some because it's summertime, but just do a few little ones and then blend them out just because some of them get covered when I put on my makeup. And then I'm gonna do my eyelashes. So I have this Shiseido eyelash curler and then this lighter. And what I do is I go like this and I warm up my eyelash curler. But make sure it's not too hot before you put it on your eyelids because it'll burn. And then it's almost like a curling iron for your eyelashes because it's warm now, so they'll stay better. But this is probably my favorite eyelash curler I've used. I've tried like all types of ones. I've tried the Tarte one, Tweezerman. This one's my favorite. When I'm doing my eyelashes, sometimes it helps just to have like a little mirror underneath you so you're looking down and you can really see all that you're doing. So I just have this little eyeshadow palette. And then I like to get my eyelashes in there, really look down, and just kind of pump the eyelash curler so they get curled. If I was going to do mascara, I've really been liking this one from Lancome. It is the, what is this even called? The Lancome Defensils. That's what it looks like. But it's a really, really skinny wand. I like skinny mascara wands because I really like length in my eyelashes and I like them to look really detailed, if that makes sense. Like, of course I love volume and I love them being curly, but I really like when they look really natural but better, if that makes sense. So, really been liking this one. Now I'm going to set my face. This is the Milani Make It Last Original. I've been using this setting spray for years and I love it. It's drugstore, it's affordable, and it's really good. So I just kind of spray this all over my face. And then kind of fan it so it dries a little bit. For my lips, I'm going in with this Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in Muted Pink. I love this lip liner because it twists. You don't have to sharpen it. But if you do, it has a sharpener on the very end of it, which is really nice. And I'm kind of just gonna go all over my lips with this, just so they have a little bit of color. And then the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Pink Sugar, just to add a little bit of shine. So this is the look, very glowy, maybe a little too glowy with that setting spray. Hopefully it'll kind of calm down. Sometimes I can't tell if I walk the fine line between glowy and looking sweaty, but I feel like you're supposed to look sweaty. Anyways, here's the final look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another video from me, and I will see y'all in the next one.